How you doing, YouTube? So obviously, I am Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles that survived too much human growth hormone, working as a security guard up in the desert, and I hope you can hear me amidst all the factory noise. Anyways, some context. Furthermore, I've been a martial artist probably before some of you guys were born, and I like to share. I've trained next to pro wrestlers, bodybuilders, MMA athletes. I've sparred MMA athletes, blah, blah, blah. I was an actual martial artist at like an Olympic sport. No, I didn't make it to the Olympics only because I had to start working too young. And, karate, taekwondo, and stuff like that. Real martial arts, like boxing, wrestling, Muay Thai, and the other things I mentioned that actually make it to the Olympics or have been around for a long time. And all I would have had to done was pick up some grappling or get more conditioned to make the switch to kickboxing or MMA from very, very dynamic karate, where in the tournaments, people aren't just like, yeah, point. They are trying to show off to girls, and some people smack their head on the hardwood floor and go flying. They go full contact, even though you're supposed to have control. So anyways, I wanted to red pill you guys how to become a mixed martial artist, MMA, in 2 months, because I hear, Joe Rogan and all them, they diss Aikido, they diss Taekwondo, they diss all these traditional trad martial arts, classical martial arts, the guys who can break icebergs with their elbows and have knuckles the size of like quarter rolls and stuff like that from being actual real martial artists. So I got a slice for that, Mr. Joe Rogan. And by the way, if you look at my other videos, I have a better back kick than Joe Rogan, and I'm a better martial artist. So how to be an MMA fighter in 2 months, okay? This is what I observed from every mixed martial arts, every fighter that I've ever sparred or had to hear talk and be next to in the gym. And I've picked up MMA from being their sparring partners, and again, I just work too much. So anyways, so how to be an MMA fighter in 2 months. Okay, this is what I observed from every MMA martial art athlete I've ever seen. I've discovered their formula, and I'm going to give it to you. Okay, I wrote it down. Okay, 1, live with your mom until you're 45 years old to avoid child support payments. Okay, save all that money for commercial gym memberships, tattoos, steroids, and human growth hormone, right? Then have a coach cherry pick your opponents so that you look good to chicks, and you're fighting Gurmo, the GameStop consultant at Blockbuster Video that you inadvertently ran into at the Anime Con convention. Okay, then cheat on your rancid airhead girlfriend with the Xbox Live she bought you for your alleged 3rd birthday this year. Okay, then join Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and learn how to lay on people for like 8 minutes at a time in the most boring cheat moves, the most boring. Spectators go and buy a hot dog, a beer, or somebody's girl at home goes like, I'd rather watch Jersey Shore. So pick up jiu-jitsu, lay on people, become the most boring athlete in the world, okay? Then tell girls you're a fighter on social media or Plenty of Fish or whatever popular dating app is going on that your rancid airhead girlfriend doesn't even know about. Then next, cheat on the airhead fat girl in her own car or your stepdad's lifted truck, right? And lie to chicks and say that it's yours, just like they all do, because they're saving money on child support and stuff. They can afford, to pay. They're living with their mom till they're 50 years old. Sometimes they get smart and they learn that they can go buy a Dodge Charger or just rent or borrow stepdad's lifted truck. Okay. Then next, to be an MMA fighter or a grappler, right? Suck at keeping your eyes open and your chin down like a wannabe gangster and revert to that butt humping, boring ground fighting tactics called grappling, okay? And cheat, being on steroids, and have your coach cherry pick your opponent, who's more likely Gurmo, the GameStop consultant that you probably accidentally ran into at who works at Blockbuster Video, Anime Con, and you talk crap to back and forth because he's on Xbox Live. Then okay, repeat all that until your mom gets you evicted for being an unemployed douchebag living rent free with your mom, and then beating up your poor hapless stepdad at age 45 because your alimony bills and all that kind of stuff finally caught up to you and you're uncontent with your fake life. So guys, that was from a real martial artist, how to be, and I've been around for a while, that's how to be an MMA fighter in 2 months. You guys are welcome. You Zoomers, you young millennials, that's exactly the formula to be an MMA fighter. Or you can have nuts and learn how to be a real gladiator and do something like boxing, or look actually really good and be exciting to women and do the martial arts I did, that it's pretty much an amalgamation of kickboxing. So every time, furthermore, since MMA, who claims to be God's gift to martial arts, and all the classical martial arts are supposedly so obsolete now, for some reason, MMA can't beat a kid named Jake Paul, who picked up boxing for like 6 minutes, all at age 30 years old, in a sport that has like literally dozens, if not hundreds of less moves to defend. So MMA veterans couldn't even beat a kid named Jake Paul at a sport he picked up at like 30 years old for 6 minutes, when they've been doing that art forever. So yeah, there you go, guys. MMA is a bunch of second-tier athletes that have to lay on people and bore the crap out of your girlfriend when you rent a pay-per-view. And they have to take steroids, cherry-pick their opponent, and then they have the audacity to talk crap on martial arts that have been around for hundreds of years and are actually an Olympic sport. So you guys are welcome. That's how to be an MMA fighter in 2 months.